So I grew up an hour or so outside of Toronto, and in 2002, when WrestleMania came through, my parents had just gotten a divorce, and there wasn't really a whole lot of money going around for my dad to take me to Mania. And being a kid, I was heartbroken because all I wanted to see in person was Hulk Hogan versus The Rock. My dad told me that if they ever wrestled again, he would find a way to take me. So the following year at No Way Out, when it came to Montreal, and they announced that The Rock and Hogan were going to have their rematch, my dad somehow scrounged enough money to grab tickets and hauled me in the car to Montreal, and it was my first ever wrestling show as a kid. We stayed at the Comfort Inn, right on the outskirts of Montreal, and on the day of the show, as we're leaving the room, I see this very short man with some pretty noticeable tattoos that I very quickly, as a 10-year-old kid, identify as Rey Mysterio. Outside of his hotel room with no mask on, in a tank top and a pair of track pants. After he sees me, he goes back in his room, and I wait, because I want to get that Rey Mysterio autograph. So he comes back out about a minute later, in the exact same outfit that he was wearing, but with the mask on. And I go up to him and I say, "Hello, Ray, can I get an autograph and maybe a picture?" And he does, and after the interaction's done, I tell him, "I saw you a few minutes ago without your mask on." And Ray looks at me and goes, No, that was my cousin. I'm just here for a visit. Did you really think that Rey Mysterio would be staying in a Comfort Inn?" And it wasn't until years later that it dawned on me how strange it was that Ray and several other cruiserweights at the time were staying at the cheap motel Comfort Inn in Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
It doesn't surprise me that the cruiserweights who make the least amount of money would stay at the cheap hotel. I also was in WWE for a cup of coffee, and if I was to ever pay for my hotels, I would pay for the cheapest hotels. My friend Sean Daivari, who was on the road a long time, didn't make that much money. I mean, made good money, but wasn't making Kurt Angle money, would stay at the cheap hotels. But Rey Mysterio, who's notoriously known for spending all of his money on Louis Vuitton, that one did throw me for a loop. But the treasure of this phone call is Rey Mysterio keeping in character and hiding the secrets for this little 10-year-old adorable boy. So much, I could picture it now. Oh shit! Runs in there, puts on the mask, comes out, and claims that that other person was his cousin. That's the best. It made me laugh so much when I heard it. It speaks volumes about Rey Mysterio. It's such a fun phone call. It just makes me want to hug Rey Mysterio when I hear those calls. And those are the best calls. The ones where you have such a fun interaction and you hear about the person and you're just like, oh, I want to hug you. You're the best. And he is. And so is his cousin. Hey, thanks for watching. That call was part of a whole podcast called Wrestling Anonymous. Listen to the whole thing weekly. Wherever you listen to your podcast, go subscribe. And while you're at it, subscribe right here on YouTube to Colt Cabana's channel. Thank you.